Next up is three-dimensional jury award finalist titled Excavations by William Lamson, showing at Site Lab, the Rumsey Street Project. Excavations is an intervention into the concrete foundation and driveway of a former carriage house at 341 Franklin Street. The artist cut into the concrete with a diamond saw, removing the resulting forms and repositioning them around the site. Kevin, this time the found object is a driveway. Help us understand what the juror sees in this work.
So we saw a lot of work out at Site Lab. This is the piece that we're talking about tonight because it's on the jurors' shortlist event. But there's lots of cutting, lots of sort of architectural and structural intervention happening out there. How did this measure up to its surroundings? Gregory, let's start with you.
Well, first of all, I think that this is really an excellent work. It's in this, it's like easily forgettable, ignoble place, and it's just with subtlety, with cutting out sections, with other lines. I think it's just fantastic, inscribing this urban concrete place with a very subtle and driven poetics of sculpture and space. One thing that didn't make the cut is like an absolutely tour de force nearby sculpture, which I would praise to the high heavens, by Julie Schenkelberg. Yeah. I completely love this work, and it's like rickety, it's intense, it's fantastic, it's visually enthralling, it connects with so many things. I would have given that all thumbs up.
That's great. Any other comments about Lamson's piece?
Oh, I feel like it's like, to me it felt like a gift that's going to keep on giving, because not only has he excavated forms that are very beautiful in sort of the history of minimalist sculpture, but also, you know, the empty spaces that he's left from these excavations are there for things to grow. Whatever will grow there in the community, it will keep growing and changing within this landscape. I think that's really public art at its best.
All right, I don't know if I agree with that. If I gave my child a diamond saw in a driveway, I think he might have been able to cut a circle in it.
I think the artist was of age, though. It's okay.
Get that a lot at Enterprise as well. So next up is the three-dimensional public vote finalist Wounded Warrior Dogs by James Mellick, showing at the Amway Grand Plaza. It's a series of life-size wooden-carved dogs who symbolize the same wounds as their human companions in battle. Kevin and panel, help us understand this one.
Okay, so there's a lot going on here. We've got wood carving, we've got dogs, we've got war. Lots of things blending together. Neil, let's start with you. What are your thoughts about this work?
Must you?
Yes. We talked about it so much at lunch.
So what I suspect is what's happening with this piece, in part, is that they're kind of titling it Wounded Warriors allows a lot of people to come to this work thinking about the incredible work that wounded warriors do throughout the country and throughout the world. And I think they're ascribing kinds of values and feelings to this piece that for me are just not there. I think that the dogs are well carved and crafted, but in general it kind of leaves me a little cold, certainly given the subject matter and certainly given what wounded warriors are and mean to our country as veterans, etc. Yeah. So I'm a little, I'm very disappointed in this work in a lot of ways.
Gregory, talk to me about like the idea of blending animals on the one hand and the idea of nationality.
Yeah, I mean, first I would say I greatly admire the skill and the expertise and all that. That's really evident. But from my perspective, and I spend a lot of time with this work, it's so limited or so relentlessly American in its focus, when animals don't really belong to one nation or another. Like, for example, I bet it's not a great time to be a dog in Aleppo right now. You know, I doubt it very much. And I think that inquiry into war and violence on animals is a great thing to pursue, but I think the artist stopped the inquiry at a really recognizable, understandable place, which is just focusing on the dogs of America.
Seems as though patriotism is trumping the potential of that message. All right.